This is our very first 23 Toyota Camry XLE Hybrid in the new color for 2023, Reservoir Blue. So we're going to go ahead and start up front, then we'll dive inside and check it out. So it's an all new color for the Camry for 23. It's really about the only change on the 23 models, but if you haven't looked at the Camry in the past couple years, this is going to be all new to you. So the XLE trim with the hybrid comes with a full complement of LED headlights, daytime running lights, LED projector style headlights here, really great light package, and then we have LED lights, tail lights as well. The front bumper, of course, is painted color to match, and because it's a hybrid, you'll see the blue around the Toyota badge. Also behind that badge is your dynamic radar cruise control sensor. There's some additional sensors up in the windshield for lane departure, pedestrian detection. That all works together with the dynamic radar cruise control, so there's a lot of great sensors built into the front of the Camry. The bumper's unique down in the grille area on the XLE trim. So this is a metallic gray painted finish here, and then surrounded by more of a gunmetal gray painted trim. So a unique style up front on the XLE, the SE, the LE. They all have a little bit different look to the front grille. Here's your wheel setup on the XLE trim. So these are a cast aluminum wheel, and they're painted the same gunmetal gray we saw up on the front on the grille, with a kind of a satin finish brushed aluminum here, chrome lug nuts on those. And this is more of a smooth riding tire. You've got a fully independent front suspension with McPherson struts up front, and they also have a subframe up front to isolate any vibrations. So this is going to be a pretty darn smooth ride. Four-wheel disc brakes, anti-lock brakes, traction control is going to be standard, and those are a 235/45 R18 all-season tire on there, so a good all-purpose tire. This particular one does have the mud guards down here on the front and rear wheels. That's going to be an extra charge. It was installed at the port, $129 extra. The folks that ordered this car ordered a bunch of protection features on here. I'll show you as we go through it. Outside mirrors are going to be painted color to match. Again, Reservoir Blue. LED turn signals in the mirrors with a chrome strip, and then these fold in if you have a tight parking space or garage or what have you. They also break away like that so that you don't get damaged by a shopping cart or a bicycle. There's blind spot monitoring, and these are also heated and power actuated outside mirrors. They also use a lot of gloss black trim on here on the A-pillar, chrome trim up and over the window sills, and then the B-pillar is also that gloss black trim. Now the XLE edition does not come with a sunroof. It is an option. This one does not have it. And you do get the color to match shark fin antenna, as well as color to match outside door handles, smart keyless entry system. The base price on this is $32,970, and then it's got a bunch of extras. This one actually stickers at $34,900. And the hybrid edition, can you believe this? 46 miles per gallon out of a full-size sedan, up to 47 out on the highway. So really great fuel economy, 208 horsepower, front wheel drive. They also make an all-wheel drive edition. There's those rear mud guards I mentioned up front, $129 extra for the 4 mud guards installed. The rear tail lenses, these are all LED light bulbs in here. It really wraps out and around the side. It does have a gloss black bezel around it as well. Rear window defrost is standard. LED brake light right there. And then our deck lid has kind of a faux spoiler integrated right into the deck lid. Now they do offer an exaggerated version of that on other models, but that's your standard trunk. Again, the blue Toyota chrome badge Camry XLE Hybrid in chrome as well. And then I mentioned that this particular one also has a layer of protection here on the bumper to help reduce scratches, dents when you're opening and closing it. And you can see it does read Camry Here on your deck lid, there is a place to open the deck lid with the key. You got LED license plate lights. There's your backup camera, and there's your push button to open the trunk. So you can also use your remote control on your keyless fob that comes standard. The lower bumper has the ABS plastic down here, which is scratch and dent resistant, also easy to replace if you do scratch or dent it. These are reflectors. And then on the hybrid, you have a single exhaust coming out this side. This is a 4-cylinder 2.5 with a chrome tailpipe. It's one of the differences you'll notice between the hybrid Camry and the gas. The hybrid has the exhaust on the left-hand side. The gas has the exhaust here on the right-hand side. So let's go ahead and head up front. I'm going to just go ahead and pop that hood. We'll take a look at the power plant on the Camry Hybrid for 2023. So for 2023, Toyota offers, can you believe this, 15 different trims of Camry, including gasoline Camrys, hybrids, all-wheel drives, 6 cylinders, 4 cylinders. This is the XLE Hybrid. So the hybrid has the 2.5 liter 4-cylinder 16-valve gasoline engine, and that's connected to a CVT automatic transmission. I do have the vehicle running right now, and so the computer system determines whether it needs to turn on the engine or not all by itself. So during this presentation, it just might shut off by itself because that means it has enough battery power to run on battery only. Now I do have the air conditioning going, so that's going to draw a little bit more power. The engine and the transmission on the Camry have a 5-year, 60,000 mile powertrain warranty. And then of course you do get Toyota Care, which covers your basic maintenance. So your fluid top-offs, your oil changes, and tire rotations. Toyota covers that under Toyota Care for the first 2 years or 25,000 miles, no deductible. And that will save you hundreds of dollars in maintenance expense. Now on the hybrid itself, over here is the electric motor components. You can see the orange cable running up through there. And the hybrid has 2 warranties on that. The first is an 8-year, 100,000 mile mechanical warranty on all the mechanics relating to the hybrid system. And then the second one is the battery warranty. For 2023, the Camry has a 10-year, 150,000 mile battery warranty. And then the vehicle itself has a 3-year, 36,000 mile limited warranty. So a real great warranty package on all Toyotas. And of course, as a hybrid, it picks up those extra hybrid battery warranties and engine warranties or motor warranties. There it goes, it just shut itself off. So let's go ahead and jump inside and check out the interior. So let's roll inside and take a look. This is an all black interior. We'll take a look at the door real quick. Just a couple accents here. The silver chrome trim door handle, that looks great. Metallic gray down here on the armrest. One touch up and down on all 4 windows. Power door locks, power mirrors, speakers in all the doors, pockets in the doors with bottle holders, and then there's puddle lights all the way down there on the bottom, lighted up at night so you hopefully don't step in a puddle, or if somebody's driving by, they don't take your door off. Now this one does have an upgrade here on these threshold plates. They look really nice. They're illuminated as well. So that's going to be an upgrade on all Camrys. The seats on here, these are a leather seat. They're perforated, they're heated, they're ventilated, and super comfortable. Love the suede racing stripe here. We've got height adjustable headrest, height adjustable seat belts. The driver's seat is full power with a power recliner, power lumbar support, airbags built right in the seat. So when you move the seat forward, the airbags move with you for optimal safety. Up on the dashboard, there's 4 of these vents. We've got some gloss black trim, more of that gunmetal trim that we saw on the exterior. This is a padded dashboard. It's actually soft tech fabric and it's stitched. And then down here is where we find some additional switches. Automatic high beams, so you set that up, the high beams go on and off by themselves. Traction control on and off. Trunk release, gas door release, and the gas door is going to be right here on the driver's side. Heated steering wheel. Now the heated steering wheel is an upgrade, cost extra money. The heated seats are standard on the XLE trim. There's also a dimmer switch for your dash lights and your trip meters down here. And then we do have a tilt telescoping steering wheel right up there. It's not power, but you can move it around in a variety of positions. Behind the wheel of the XLE Camry, it is the luxury edition, so you get the luxury features like the leather wrap steering wheel. Again, this one's heated. That is an extra charge, unfortunately. Part of a cold weather package. There's only one thing in the package, and that's the heated steering wheel. Driver's side airbag, of course. Also fingertip controls for our information center. There's a 7-inch information center up here. We'll take a look at that in just a minute. Bluetooth connectivity for your smartphone. You can change the radio stations on the steering wheel. You can raise and lower the volume on the steering wheel. Cruise controls over here. No more toggle down here. It's all right here on the new Toyotas. Dynamic radar cruise control settings, lane departure on and off, and then radio station settings right there. The XLE does have wiper controls over on this side here. They're intermittent front and rear washer wiper, and we also have push button start down here as well, part of that smart keyless entry system. Over on this side of the steering wheel, we've got our headlight on and off switch. We do have auto on and off for our headlights, as well as those auto high beams I mentioned earlier. Take a look at our gauge cluster. So hopefully you can see this. Let's see what we can do to cache them. There we go. So on the left hand side over here, you'll see that's your energy monitoring systems for your hybrid system, so charging, eco, and power mode. And then we do have our engine temperature gauge here as well. And over on the right hand side, that's where we're going to find our speedometer and our fuel gauge. In the middle, there is a 7-inch information center here. So this entire screen here, and it has a variety of information, including, of course, trip computers. You can also set up your digital speedometer if you want, outside temperature. We have our there's one second here, let me go down one setting. So driving support, we can control our radio settings there. We can also check out our monitoring system in terms of our battery system. And then we have our safety settings here for lane departure, pre-collision, dynamic radar cruise control. We have blind spot monitoring. We also have rear cross traffic alerts. So you're able to personalize those safety settings to your own liking. Take a look over at the dashboard for 2022. 2023. Now I got to make that shift. For 2023, there's really no difference on the center stack here. So we've got a large 9-inch touchscreen, and with the hybrid synergy system, we do have the monitoring system for our hybrid system. Right now I'm in EV mode, so the engine won't start, but if I go ahead and flip it over, juice up the pedal a little bit, you'll see that engine. See if I can get it to come on. See that engine come on. Now, as far as features on here, we do have our audio settings. So if we go over there, we've got AM, FM, Sirius satellite radio. You get 3 months of the platinum subscription for the Sirius satellite section. Let me turn that down. I've got to turn the music down because if YouTube hears it, they'll give me a copyright ding, if you will. Also has Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and Alexa compatibility. There's not navigation. It is an option, but what I found with my new Corolla is if I just plug my phone in, it runs Apple CarPlay, runs off of the system, and so it works like a charm, and it looks great on the screen. Stop by the dealer, give it a try, and you'll see what I mean. A lot of gloss black trim around this area here, which looks nice, but it does show the dust and fingerprints a little bit more. Some like it, some don't. Decide for yourself. We do have dual temperature control, front driver and front passenger. Here's our rear window defrost with our heated outside mirror controls right in that area there. Here's our front window defrost control as well. So you can set up 2 separate temperatures for 2 separate folks. Also, the dashboard on here, this is all padded and stitched, and there's an interesting piece of trim here. I don't know if my camera picks it up, but it looks like carbon fiber. I know it's not, but the style of it looks pretty nice. Dive down and take a look underneath the center stack, and we've got our USB charging. We've got our 12-volt power outlet. There's a wireless charging here, so you drop your phone on there and it'll charge. And then underneath there's a hidden storage pocket here as well. so lots of places to put your stuff. I'm going to go ahead and show you the backup camera on here. So I've got it in reverse, and you'll see the yellow part move, so that gives you path projection. It kind of lets you know which way you're backing up. And the screen's really big, like I said, 9 inches, so it's got great visibility. There's also some different patterns that you can set up on here as well for different perspectives. Back down below we have our automatic transmission. Again, it's a CVT automatic transmission. This is a leather wrap shifter. We've got 2 cup holders here. Here's your keyless entry. Reads Camry on the back there. Heated seat controls are right here, so the front driver, front passenger. And then over here we've got our transmission adjustments. So we've got Eco, Normal, and Sport. Hold for our parking brakes. So we've got electronic parking brakes. We also have electric steering. And then we've got the EV mode. EV mode is interesting. So it's designed to be able to drive the car at very slow speeds, like in a parking garage. Excuse me. What EV mode works really well for is, let's say you pull into your garage and you want to finish a podcast or finish up a clubhouse session or something like that. If you push the EV mode, it will use the hybrid battery to run the vehicle, so the engine doesn't run and you don't have to worry about waking up the kids or carbon monoxide or those types of things. So the EV mode is handy for that. If you're a road warrior and you're doing work out of your car, you can hit that and the engine won't run. Center armrest is padded. Again, it's stitched, it has that stitching on here. It's a nice big armrest. It is stationary. It doesn't slide back and forth, but there's room for 2 arms, and you could actually set a laptop on here pretty easily as well. Pop the armrest down underneath, and we've got plenty of storage. And then we have 2 different places to plug in your electronics, so USB-C and standard USB. And those seats are heating up, so I'm just going to turn that down a little bit. But this is not locked, but there's a good amount of space underneath here. Seats are identical to the driver's seat. Passenger assist grip up here. Side curtain airbags as well. We've got light vanity mirrors on both sides. I was going to say lighted, but they're not lit up. Wonder if that's new for 2023. Can't remember. Then there are visor extensions under here as well. So I can't remember if the 2022s were lit up. They might not have been, but I'll find out. Take a look at our overhead setup and what the features we've got up there. So there's a sunglass holder here. There's lighting, LED lighting up here. Here's your safety connect, so if you need help when you're out on the road for roadside assistance, push that and Toyota will send you help. Rear view mirror is an automatic dimming mirror as well. And then there's 3 different home link switches for your garage door openers and what have you. So that's a quick look up front on the XLE Hybrid. Let's go ahead and jump in the back seat. Here's a quick look from the back seat out the front of the car. Visibility is pretty good, but these headrests really are probably oversized, so they do block your view quite a bit from the back seat. As far as amenities, there are vents back here. There's no USB charging in the back seat, unfortunately, for 2023. I don't know why Toyota's not putting that in all of their cars. It can be installed at the dealership if that's what you're interested in. We do have pockets on the backs of both seats. The center armrest folds down with 2 cup holders. When you bring it up, there is room for 3 adults back here. There's 3 seat belts. There's child safety anchors down here as well. Passenger assist grips with coat hooks, and then you do have some LED overhead lighting up here as well. I like the positioning of it. It's actually behind you, so if you're trying to read in the back seat, that's going to come in handy. And then the back seat room in terms of leg room and knee room, headroom is terrific. I do have this driver's seat all the way back, so as far back as it can go. And take a look at how much leg room there is back here. It's a good 5, maybe 6 inches of leg room, so backseat passengers should be very comfortable. And then, as I mentioned up front, this one does have the the door sill plates, these plates right here, the Camry plates on it. That's an extra charge, but it's on all 4 doors, so it does add a nice touch to the thresholds and gives it a nice upgrade and look and feel. Diving into the trunk on the Camry, it does have a nice low lift over, opens up pretty much unobstructed. Now for demonstration purposes, I did bring up the cover here to expose the spare tire area. The tools are all right on top, and they're packed in this high density foam so they don't rattle around. Little spots there for odds and ends, but when you pop this up, we do have a temporary spare tire. Pretty much all cars do nowadays, or fix a flat. But what I like about the Camry spare tire area is there's room under here for jumper cables and other emergency equipment, so you can tuck away that stuff you never use, out of sight, out of mind. Little hook here that also holds that up and out of your way if you do need to change out a spare tire. But also don't be afraid to call roadside assistance. Tap the SOS button and Toyota will send help to get that done for you. Over on this side on the hybrid, they've got the battery, the actual engine battery is down here. On the gas, it's up front. But just be aware it's back here, and you can jump, if you need to jump start, you can jump start from here or up front. There's instructions to do that in the owner's manual. They do have hooks back here for cargo nets, if that's what you want. It doesn't come standard with a cargo net. It's a nice large trunk. Does have 60-40 fold down seats, so 60 or 40 or 100% like I've got it. And then you also have a trunk light up here as well. What's interesting is Toyota actually offers an LED trunk light, but they charge like $25 extra for it, and I'm kind of surprised in 2023 they just didn't make that standard, but alas, they did not. Last thing I want to cover is the deck lid, so your trunk lid. It is insulated, and there's a glow-in-the-dark emergency release. If somebody gets stuck in the trunk, it makes it easy for them to get out. So that's your 2023 Toyota Camry XLE Hybrid Edition, all new color, Reservoir Blue. Hey, if you like the video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. This is Tony here at Smart Toyota. Thanks for watching.